Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Take 5 Tech News. Today is April 20th, 2021, and we will be covering Apple's spring-loaded event. So, a few fun things to announce. Didn't get what I was hoping for. We'll talk about that at the end, but let's go through what they revealed at this event. So first up, Apple is launching an in-app podcast subscription, and they are redesigning the podcast app. So the idea around this, of course, is you can pay to remove the ads from the podcast that you listen to. This will be available next month. The next up is the iPhone 12 and 12 mini will come in a purple color. You can pre-order this Friday, and this will launch on April 30th. All right, so this next one up is one that was on my wish list, and I'm excited to see. I do want to check it out, but I'm not too excited about it, and that is a brand new Apple TV remote. It looks like they're going back to make it more like the older model. It's going to be made of aluminum. It's going to have a click pad at the top, a Siri button on the side, and it will also include a mute button. Of course, along with this, we're getting a new Apple TV 4K. This model will have the A12 Bionic chip, can play HDR and high frame rate videos. It's going to start at $179 for the 32 gigabyte model. You can pre-order on April 30th, and it will be available the second half of May. I definitely want to check out the remote on this one. Not sure about the new Apple TV. Main reason is I don't have a 4K TV, so for me, it's not that necessary, but the problem I have with the current remotes is the material is so sensitive. If you drop it, you can get that spider web effect that you get on your iPhones or iPads. So of course, my remote's already shattered, so I definitely want to check this new one out just to see if it's any improvement, but curious if you want to check this one out as well. So let's move on. All right, so this one has been rumored for quite a while now, but we finally get to see it, and that is the AirTag. So the AirTags are going to be competing with other item tracking devices such as Tile. So you can order these, pre-order this Friday. They'll be $29. You can get a 4-pack for $99. The AirTags are going to work with the Find My app, and then you can also customize them with emojis. Sure, why not? Go for it. They'll be available on April 30th. So here's the thing with the AirTags, though. They're not magnetic in any way. You're going to have to buy accessories. So I'm not very excited about these. I don't see any need for me to buy them at this point. I'm going to monitor because I'm really curious to see how they'll do with the competitors. The cool thing with Tile is tiles, you can buy tiles that are already pre-designed to fit on your keyring, and you don't have to buy accessories or anything like that. So, this is one of those another Apple thing of just kind of making more money to get you to buy additional things, but I'm curious to see how it'll take off. The batteries, they're saying, will last a year, and they are replaceable. I've used Tile before, and my experience with that is once the battery's dead, you pretty much have to chunk it and buy a new one. So I do like the idea that these batteries are going to last a long time and you can replace them. I'm just not sold on having to purchase accessories, because it's if you lose the accessory, then you have to go buy another one, and it just seems too much for me. So if you are interested in the AirTags, let me know in the comments. We'd love to know why you want to check them out, and what your experience is with competitive products. Yeah. All right, couple more items. All right, we've got a new M1 iMac. So not too crazy with the colors. So they're bringing back the colors. This was my first introduction to the iMac back in the 2000s when you had all the various colors. So they're bringing the colors back, but I'm impressed to see how thin. This is a thin desktop computer, extremely thin, with a 24-inch screen. They have finally upgraded the FaceTime camera. Feels like they've never upgraded the cameras, and I know this has been on everyone's wish list, but now with the new iMac, you can get a 1080p FaceTime camera. It's going to come in 7 different colors, and we're getting a new wireless keyboard. There's 3 different models. One will just have a lock button, but the other one will have Touch ID. And there's going to be another model that includes the keyboard extension that also has the Touch ID. So I think the Touch ID on the keyboard is really cool for a desktop. Also allows you to switch between your users, which is really smart. So that's something I would definitely check out. So the new M1 iMac will start at $1299. Any model with improved specs will go up to $1499. You can order starting April 30th, and these will be available the second half of May. And then the last big thing they revealed was a new M1 iPad Pro. The 12.9-inch model has an upgraded display that uses 10,000 mini LEDs, and Apple is calling this the Liquid Retina XDR display. Both of the new iPad Pros have a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and I thought this one was kind of cool. The camera can automatically track you during video calls. They're calling this center stage. So I thought that was kind of clever of like, if you're kind of, I think it's really cool for like teachers. If you're setting up using an iPad for like a whiteboard display and you need to move from side to side, the camera can kind of like keep you, center stage, of course. I think that feature is really cool. But beyond that, I don't know. Like, I haven't really had a huge need for an iPad. For me as a developer, if an iPad was powerful enough to run the software that I use, then yeah, I would be very interested in checking it out. But really, outside of that, I've not had a use for an iPad. But with some of the new things they've announced, you can now get this in a 2 terabyte. You can also connect Lightning to it. So I'm curious, are you going to get the new iPad? Are you a heavy iPad user? The new models will order on April 30th. And again, they will be available the second half of May. The 11-inch model will start at $799, and the 12.9-inch model will start at $1099. And then also within this, Apple debuted a trailer for Season 2 of Ted Lasso, and it will debut on July 23rd. So that's it. That was Apple's event today. The one thing I was really hoping for was some new AirPods. I know we've got the AirPod Pros out right now. I don't have those. I'm still rocking the first gen, and they're pretty much worn out. So I was really hoping for some new AirPods, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll get an event within the next few months, probably around that. But would love to know, what are you most excited about? Is there any of these new products that you will be getting? Or are you going to subscribe to the podcast subscription? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.